What up, No Nation? Welcome back to the Biblical Playmakers YouTube channel. I'm your host, Kelvin Hunt, editor of ChopChat.com. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your families. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Florida Hate Week. Big rivalry on tap this weekend in the Swamp, 7 p.m. on ESPN. And look, although the circumstances have changed, both starting quarterbacks out, this game still has some major ramifications. So FSU looks to stay undefeated to keep their college football playoff hopes alive. They'll be in the playoffs if they win the next two games. Just disregard the nonsense on the selection show. I mean, it's made for TV. There's no way they're going to keep FSU out if they go undefeated. A win over Florida secures the state championship for the second consecutive year, which was one of my bold predictions in the preseason. Looking forward to seeing how those continue to play out. A win would also keep Florida from becoming bowl eligible, so it's the reverse of what we had in 2021 when FSU went in the Swamp needing a win to become bowl eligible, and of course they come up just a little bit short. But we did see Tate Rodemaker in that game that year whenever Jordan Travis had to come out due to an injury. So that experience, although it was limited, should still be helpful for Tate Rodemaker going into this game on Saturday night. But FSU has the best recruiting class in the state, and a win here would only amplify the message on the trail to finish 2024 strong. FSU, they've got some wells out there they're tracking, trying to lock those guys in for those few final spots in the class, while also getting a head start on 2025. So in this episode, we're going to take a look at Tate Rodemaker, how FSU may try to attack the Gator defense and their tool shed. Oh, gosh. I just laugh when I think of Mike Norvell going up against this defensive coordinator. It's I think Mike's going to have to support this guy. Also, how Florida may try to defend. So if you could, go ahead and like this video. Make sure you share it. We appreciate all the support you guys have given us thus far. These videos do really well, and we are approaching 2,000 subscribers. So if you watch these on a regular and you haven't subscribed, man, go ahead and do so, and make sure you turn those notifications on so that you'll get the content whenever it's released here on the channel. So looking forward to digging in this one. So let me go ahead and see what we can come up with here. So we are going to start with, we're going to go back to the Louisville game last year, right? So that's one of the biggest sample sizes that we have with Tate Rodemaker and him having really good success. And so I tweeted this out from the Built for Playmaker Twitter account or X account a couple of days ago. So when you take it, this 2022 Louisville defense is ranked higher than this year's 2023 Louisville defense, and it is way, way, way better than what Florida has on defense this year. So granted, Tate Rodemaker came into this game, off the bench, cold, against a really good defense, a really good aggressive defense. And so I think we need to keep that context in mind, because Florida, I think, is going to be aggressive in this matchup. So just going to highlight a few things. One thing you'll notice is in this particular game, FSU, Mike Norvell went real RPO heavy. That's something that I mentioned in a couple of episodes ago whenever FSU was going up against Miami, which is a very similar defense that, to what Florida likes to do as far as the aggression side of things. I think Miami has way better linebackers than Florida does. So that's something that they definitely can exploit. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this one. Go ahead and hit play here. And you'll see. So in this one, you'll see the safety. You see the safety coming down, right? And Tate's already looking to that side. Boom. One-on-one coverage. Here's Johnny Wilson. And that's a familiar guy you'll see there in Jarvis Brownlee getting cooked. But I want to go back. I want to go back to this. Notice how Tate isn't afraid to stand in the pocket and get rid of this ball, even though he's got pressure coming from both sides. So look, boom, and puts it on the money. So that's like the first play of the second half of that game. So here, again, you got 4 down linemen, basically 8 guys here in the box, 9 guys in the box, guy walking down, looks like. So let's see what we got here. And you see how all these guys, they come up real aggressive for the run. And you see Tate pull it. Boom. So that's stuff that we saw Jordan Travis hit with Ja'Kai Douglas against Miami. That's almost the same play there that Ja'Kai almost took to the house. All right. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, and they're playing off here. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. You see this guy start walking up. So this is one underrated thing about Tate Rodemaker is, you've heard the coaches say that he's way more athletic than people give him credit for. So here, they bring pressure. You have this guy here, and Tate outruns him. For a first down. Big first down, too. So that's one thing, too, I think we'll see. We could see Tate on some read option stuff just to keep Florida guessing, just to keep them honest. They probably won't expect him to keep the ball. Jordan wasn't keeping the ball earlier this year either, and teams really wasn't respecting the read option. So that's another wrinkle that Florida will have to compensate for. So here, again, RPO. So there's Tate's ability to stretch the field. Again, he's got a guy on him. As he's throwing it. So he knows he's going to get hit. Let me bring that back. So he sees 1-on-1 up there. Now, watch. He's going to step up and throw this thing, knowing he's going to get hit. And this is a great concept where Tate can kind of just throw the ball and lead Johnny across the field. And it's either going to be a completion or overthrown, or it's not a dangerous throw where it can get picked off really, unless he just severely underthrows it. Whew, man, that's beautiful. And Florida's secondary is suspect. All right, here, more RPO. Brownlee gets cooked again. He loves Johnny Wilson, by the way. This one, 1-on-1. Brownlee gets cooked again. So, yeah, so big time. So what I want you to take from that footage is Louisville, they brought pressure. And, you saw a lot of RPO looks. And Tate, he knew where to go with the ball. He's been in this offense for 4 years, so he knows offense, fairly well. And so that's something that's a positive for FSU. So we're going to go to this past weekend where he came in when Jordan Travis got hurt. Now, again, and for context, this is an FCS team, North Alabama. So, they don't have the athletes that Florida has, but it's still a data point we can use to illustrate a few things. Okay. So let's play the footage here. Here, just straight drop back, and you'll see FSU O-line did a good job of holding up there. Gives Tate some time, and there's the vertical attack. And I can't exactly see, I can't see everything that happened on this one. I want to go back on that because it looked like Johnny Wilson was wide open too. Yeah. So yeah, Johnny Wilson is wide open too. Here's the ball in the air right here. So Johnny Wilson is wide open, but I think this was going to Bell the whole time. But that's a big gain. And Bell finally looks somewhat healthy right here, the way he's fighting. So that's good to see. So just dropping back, time to throw. That's a laser across there. First down. It's a tough throw. Again, dropping back, got all day to throw. That is an NFL throw right there. That is elite. That is elite, man. Look at where he throws this ball from. He's on this hash and throws it all the way to the other sideline, low and away to where only Kentron can catch it. For a first down. So they're just dropping back here. Screen goes for a touchdown. You know, I guess they feel like, you know, they're able to block these guys. Don't necessarily need the RPO function. Tate knows, you know, there was a couple plays in this game where, you know, he got mixed up on the handoffs with the running back there early in the game. But once he settled in, yeah, if Tate has all day to throw the ball like that against Florida, you can kiss the baby. You can kiss the baby, but holler at your boy. But look at this. 22. Who's 22? I can't remember who 22 is, but he's wide open. I think this is Kentron coming across wide open, and then Keon Coleman in the very back wide open. There was one play I wanted to highlight. I think it was, man, where was it? Somebody had a really good blitz pickup. It might have been this play. Let's see. Yeah, this play. Let me go back. So the running back here does an excellent job to keep picking up this guy coming up the middle. Ooh, see how I picked up that blitz and gave Tate time? That's beautiful. Yeah, definitely something on the highlight there. All right, so going to take a look at Florida's. This is kind of just a hot game highlights of the Missouri-Florida game. This is Florida's quarterback that'll be starting Saturday night, Max Brown, redshirt freshman. Has appeared in 5 games this year. Athletic kid, read option, not a strong arm. FSU has faced guys similar to this several times this year, so it's nothing to be afraid of. If I mean, when I think of this game, I think there's, you know, put it this way, FSU's offense shouldn't drop off near as much as UF's offense, considering the quarterback change. And then we look at how FSU's defense matches up with their offense, and then UF's offense matches up with FSU's offense. That should be major advantages for FSU. FSU's defense is way better than UF. I know this game is on the road, but yeah, I like FSU to be able to limit Florida's offense pretty well. So here we'll see, they just line up here and throw a nice little easy throw for the kid here. He, just throws it up basically and hopes the receiver makes a play, and he does. But you can see from this throw here that, he doesn't really have a strong arm. Ball just kind of floats up there. Nice play by the receiver, but that's probably not a throw that's going to be completed with a high probability all the time. Yeah, he makes a nice play there. Here, Missouri, not sure what they're going to get there. Just and Missouri's not great against the run, nor are they great against the pass. FSU's defense is better than Missouri, especially in the back half. Here, you'll see the telestrator there. This safety, I don't know where he goes, but he leaves the vicinity, and that's exactly where the play goes. I don't know where he was going. That's terrible, actually. So here you'll see Florida's defense there. So they can get after you. They'll blitz a lot. This is the kid on the read option. So you see he's got some wheels when he gets in space. Let's run that back. So it's going to be key, especially when FSU has their backup defensive ends. Byron Turner, I need you to stay home. I need you to just play your assignment here. Otherwise, you're going to get a large dose of this. Yeah, so you see it again. See how he just crashes? And he it seemed like he just doesn't realize how fast the kid is. He doesn't necessarily crash hard, but it's enough to where, he can't make up the ground there. Yeah, so when I think of this game, basically I think Florida's going to take a conservative approach, probably. They have two really good running backs. I think they're going to take an approach similar to Miami. Look to run the ball, try to get 3 yards on first down, maybe read option or hand it off again on second down. I think they're going to try to keep it to third and manageable, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3. Then you'll probably see some type of read option or short a little pass to a guy in the flats or a little flare route or something like that. I think, they'll probably try to get to like midfield or 45, 40-yard line, and then, basically make it 4-down territory. You continue to run the ball, slow the game down, limit FSU's possessions. And, basically FSU defensively has to stop the run. If they can shut the run down, that kid doesn't have the arm to have success consistently against FSU secondary. Plus, Florida may have some offensive linemen out in this game. Both their tackles are banged up. So it could be a big game for Jared Verse and Patrick Payton and those guys. So yeah, I like FSU's defense here in this matchup. Again, they have some familiarity with quarterbacks like this and offenses that want to dink and dunk and run the quarterback and things like that. Think of Virginia Tech. Think of Boston College. Obviously, Jaden Daniels. This kid isn't Daniels or Castellanos. He's probably quicker than Drones from Virginia Tech, but not as big. So yeah. So I don't think their offense is going to be a problem. The biggest key to this game is FSU just not turning the ball over multiple times, executing when they do get in the red zone, getting 7 instead of settling for 3. And yeah, I really think Mike's gonna abuse this little defensive coordinator from Florida. God, every time I think of this guy, I think of someone that just played video games, played a Madden on Xbox or PlayStation, and learned some terminology, and then just figured he knew how to coach or something. I think with him being young and inexperienced, he's probably going to bring pressure, be really aggressive, which is probably the wrong approach to taking this game. If I were a defensive coordinator, I would sit back and force FSU to execute long drives down the field with a guy that had, he's been in the system a long time, but he doesn't have a ton of game experience. And I would make him drive the field on me, and and until he proved to me that they could drive the field 8, 9, 10, 11 play drives to score, I'm taking that, because if they blitz, as you saw with Louisville, if you blitz, and Florida's not great at blitzing either, you're going to leave yourself vulnerable to explosive plays. And that's pretty much what has happened to Florida all year. I mean, they allow almost 9 yards per attempt through the air. They allow over 5 yards per play rushing, and they'll allow over 6 yards per play overall. Right. So yeah. So I think he's going to be aggressive. I think you'll see a different version of FSU's offense, and it could be the offense that we've been wanting to see the whole time, opposed to just forcing things vertically a lot. We saw Tate hit Keziah Holmes there in the flat. He took it in for a touchdown. We saw him hit Jaheim Bell on a little out route there for 6-7 yard gain. But then at the same time, we've seen him on the RPO glance routes hit Ja'Kai Douglas over the middle. Well, that wasn't Ja'Kai Douglas. That was Ontario Wilson. But that would be a position that you would see Ja'Kai in. We've seen him hit guys in one-on-one matchups. So if FSU can't run the ball, I would expect to see them go RPO, go to some passes on first down, use the short passing game as an extension of the run, get Florida's linebackers in space, because they're not great in space at all. They're not great at tackling either. And yeah, basically the key to this game is FSU just not turning the ball over. Look, if it's staying out of 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12, having some success on 1st and 2nd down. There's nothing wrong with punting in this game early, just because I expect FSU to handle their offense. I expect FSU's defense to handle their offense. So I'm sure Florida will come out pumped up, home game, night game. They need a win to become bowl eligible. A win for them, obviously eliminates FSU from potentially going to the college football playoffs. So they're going to be jacked, but sounds like Jordan Travis is going to make the game. So he's going to be there in the sidelines for FSU. So those guys are going to have juice, looking to continue their winning ways and to accomplish their goals, that they set out with him early this year. So it should be a good game. Probably is competitive early, and but I think FSU definitely has a better overall team, even with the backup quarterbacks. One thing to point out, Florida does have strong special teams play, particularly their kickoff return unit. They're really good there. Also, their kickoff coverage unit is really good. They're limiting teams to like 14 yards per return. So, look, just catch the ball, catch the ball, and start the drives at the 25. Kick the ball through the end zone. Let them start their drives at the 25. We don't need no We don't need any cheap, we don't need cheap scores given up or anything like that. We saw it one time this year against Virginia Tech. And we don't need to start, we don't need any drives to start on our own, 14-yard line, anything like that either. So just take it at the 25 and go from there when it comes to special teams, right? So prediction time. I like FSU in this game a pretty good bit. I don't see why this defense would struggle to stop Florida's offense, being that this kid has little to no experience and they've faced similar offenses before. So defensively, I expect FSU to limit them to no more than 20. I'm gonna say 17. And then Florida, now granted, they have played some top offenses, but then when you go back to even Arkansas, they gave up 30 points to Arkansas as well. So I would expect FSU's offense to maybe start slow, but once Tate gets comfortable and they kind of figure out what Florida's trying to do to stop them defensively, I think we'll see Mike make some adjustments, and then we'll open things up and probably pull away there as we've done throughout the whole year. So I'm going to go with FSU 31 and then Florida 17. That's going to be my prediction. 31-17 Noles. Finish the season undefeated there, and then get ready to take on Louisville in the ACC championship game Saturday night on December 2nd at 8 o'clock in Charlotte, North Carolina. So there you have it, guys. Again, appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you share this so we can reach more FSU fans. Subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, go Noles.